the Catholic Influencers Connect, I remember one of the participants raised his hand and asked His Eminence Cardinal, why we don't have priests on YouTube, though we do have some posting and even sharing and liking content on social media platforms, but it is almost if we say the percentage, it is like we have 0.0000% of clergy members who post or share content on social media platforms. What dangers exist for priests or Catholic influencers online?
Especially as a priest, I can come back to something that I already mentioned. Today I gave priority to hearing the confessions here in the parish, to some activity on social media. And I think it could be a danger for the priests who are in charge of a specific parish to put too much time into posting content online and forgetting the flock for which they are actually responsible. The priest from my community that I mentioned, who has this big YouTube channel, he does not have a parish. That's why he can dedicate more time to creating content for social media. But many priests, of course, have their own parishes and have to be present for the flock in the place where the church hierarchy has put them. And I think this could be one of the reasons why maybe we see not that many priests on social media.
Oh, okay.
And that's one of the dangers for the specifically for the priest to get lost in the social media in a way that he abandons his duties for the people around him in the place where he's physically present.
There is a disease, a serious disease on social media, especially for those who use it for posting or sharing content, whereby the majority are going there on social media to share even bad content or even the content which is not true, only for gaining the viewership. So now, how can one balance authenticity, popularity, and spiritual responsibility?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question, and I think comes to the core of the presence of a religious person on social media.
Exactly.
Because that document, Towards Full Present, mentions exactly that danger of only putting out content for views. Because that's what most people do that are present on social media. But actually social media for a Christian should not be something where he gains something, but where he gives something. And that document, Towards Full Presence, connects the activity on social media with the multiplication of the bread. When Jesus was giving himself to the people, something of himself, his teaching, but then also the miracle he did through multiplying the bread. He was not thinking of gaining more followers. Actually, after the multiplication of the bread, as we read in John chapter 6, he gives a very strong teaching and many people leave him. So it's important for everybody who puts out content in the name of the church on social media to remember that example of Jesus. Sometimes saying the truth can lead to losing followers. And
or working hard and not gaining the viewership, right?
That's another topic that maybe some of the viewers of this show experience. Maybe you have put a lot of effort in producing videos and producing podcasts, but you have not gained a significant amount of viewers or listeners. Here, I would like to share a quote from the diary of Saint Faustina, the great Polish sister who promoted the devotion to the Divine Mercy. To her, Jesus said, "I do not give recompensation for the outer success of a mission. I reward the effort you have put into something and the love you have put into something." So that's the great consolation we have from our faith. Even when on the outer perspective there's no success, the love we have put into a project will be valued by Jesus.
Recently, I was browsing and navigating on different social media platforms, and this is what one of the things that I do when I wake up. So I came across with a picture whereby the person who posted that picture was saying that even in the church, in the Catholic Church, currently we are dancing. So the picture was about the priests dancing in the liturgy. In the middle of liturgy. So how can the church avoid turning evangelization into entertainment?
I
don't
think,
remember who posted, if it was a clergy member or a Catholic, or if it was just someone from nowhere who posted this, saying that the Catholic Church is now modernized.
this is a big difficulty for us. Through social media, some scandals of the church become public, which is not only a negative thing, it's also in so far a good thing that issues are revealed so we can fix them. And what can the church do to avoid turning into a kind of entertainment club? I think the answer is simply to stick to the guidelines that we already have. When we use that specific example that you mentioned about the church, the priest dancing during Mass, we got a missal that clearly describes what the priest has to do during Mass and what he not has to do. And my simple advice is simply, when we transmit Holy Masses, simply to stick to the rubrics that we have. And I realized that those transmission of Holy Masses on YouTube that have most of the viewers are not that Masses where the priest or the congregation does something extraordinary. It are mainly the Holy Masses that are celebrated in a reverent way according to the rubrics the Church has given us.
So we discussed more about your experience and when you decided to start posting on social media platforms, but I forgot to ask you what motivated you. What is your motive? What is your motivation to post on social media?
Yeah, in some
I think you can even choose to consume only, simply.
Some people only choose to consume. For me, it was sometimes not even my own initiative to go on social media. Sometimes it was something that came to me through other means. For example, there's a priest who worked in Germany for a long time, but now moved to another country. And I had the task to be present for the people that this priest was taking care of before. And he simply said to me, here in this WhatsApp group, you can post when you celebrate the Mass and the people will come. So this was nothing I did on my own initiative. It was simply something that came through me on the way I just described. And from that moment, I started to post the times when I celebrate Mass in that group, and people came. And that was a positive experience that motivated me.
Did you watch Sister Act?
I watched the movie, yeah. I watched the first part.
Oh yeah, the first part.
Yeah.
It's when she converted and a lot of people, even the street boys and the girls.
They came from the street into the church when they were singing the Salve Regina, yeah.
Yeah. So you see people coming in like in the Sister Act one. Wow. Interesting.
That's a very good point. And I can use it to balance what I said before. When I said that when transmitting Masses, we should stick to the rubrics, that does not mean that we cannot sometimes use things that are attractive to the people. Of course, there are certain songs that for young people are more interesting than maybe other songs. But we have to be careful in balancing that, and we have to remember that at the